Hey, today I'm going to teach you how to cook carrots. So what you do is you will have 2 carrots and a toddler making a lot of noise just because that's fun. And what you'll do is you'll wash the carrots up nicely, and I always peel my carrots. So that's what I'm going to do, but it's up to you. But I find that carrots never wash perfectly clean because they have so many creases and crevices, so I think that's wise to always peel them. Okay, now that they are peeled and they look a lot more appealing, what you're going to do is you're going to slice them so that they are no more than 1/4 of an inch thick, preferably, just for the sake of having them cook faster. And make sure that you cut off the top and preferably the very bottom, which I've already done, just because those two parts are not generally that good for eating. So now I'll cut them so that they're no more than 1/4 of an inch thick, and if you want to go either larger or thinner, you can do that. It'll just change the cooking time. Okay, now that you have all the carrots cut up, what you're going to do is you're going to put water in so that they're able to be fully covered. All that they're doing right now is floating a bit, but there is enough water in there to cover them. And then you're going to put a lid on, and then you're going to put it to max, and you will only have it on max until it starts to boil. Then you'll drop it down to about 2 or 3 or even 4, depending on how big a pot you have. But then you will let it cook like so for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how much you're cooking and how thick you cut them. But either way, throughout the time, you'll want to keep testing them with a fork. You will want the fork to go in pretty easy, but you don't want it to go in too easily or too hard, otherwise the carrots will not be near as enjoyable. Okay, now that your carrots are boiling, what you're going to do is put them down to a temperature of about 3 or 4, and put your timer on for about 10 to 15 minutes, and as I said before, make sure that you are testing them once in a while to see if they are done, because who knows how long it'll actually take, because it depends on how thick you cut them and how big of a pot you're using and how much you are cooking. Okay, it's been 8 minutes, and because this is a smaller batch, they are already done. So all you have to do now is drain them, and then they'll be ready to eat. Make sure that you don't burn yourself while draining them. Sometimes when you have a lid like this with a metal handle to it, that can get a little hot, so keep in mind that that can happen. And I hope that this video helped those of you that don't have a clue what you're doing in the kitchen, and I hope that you have a good day. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and remember to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. You can find me at both of those sites. That way you'll know whenever there's a new video up.